Some icons are whitewashed and glossed over, while some are solid and need no makeover. The latter, no doubt, captures the personality of the man, Apostle Chibuzo Gift Chinyere, a great man of God who is leaving his footprints in the sands of time. A mentor, an achiever, and great philanthropist, Apostle Chibuzo Gift Chinyere was divinely launched into public reckoning in 2006, when through the inspiration of God Almighty, he established the Omega Power Ministries, OPM, which today is unarguably one of the fastest growing Christian denominations in Africa, with its headquarters in Port Harcourt, the capital of Rivers State. The church, which has today become a reference point for spiritual rejuvenation, has a clear-cut mission to propagate the gospel of the Lord to the nooks and crannies of the earth in the bid to restoring man back to his lost glory. Omega Power Ministries, OPM, which had a humble start with few members 5 years ago, is today blessed with over 270,000 members in well over 50 branches across the globe, including the United Kingdom, United States of America, South Africa, Ghana, among others. Thousands of souls have been saved from bondage, just as many have witnessed positive transformations and breakthroughs in their lives soon after they contacted Omega Power Ministries, OPM, popularly known as Dr. Jesus City. This is evidenced in the pockets of striking and overwhelming testimonies by those who have encountered the awesome power of God in OPM.
As a very young man, when I left school, I sold beer for over 10 years. I worked in various breweries. I rose to the position of assistant general manager sales in a brewery, and I was taking a lot of beer then, and it affected my pancreas. For 15 years, I was stooling blood. 15 years I was stooling blood. A little encounter in the church here, when I tapped into the testimony of a woman with an issue of blood of 26 years that was healed, it cleared. As I speak to you, that is a testimony that I hold close to my heart. I don't stool blood any longer.
The success story of Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere and his ministry cannot be complete without a mention of some of the humanitarian projects embarked upon by the church. Aware of the importance of assisting those in need, a move that is also consistent with the scriptures, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere initiated the OPM Foundation with the sole objective of empowering the indigent ones in society. The foundation has since inception swung into action, bringing succor to the less privileged in line with its mandate. With the support of the church and its founder, the OPM Foundation has over the years embarked on several empowerment initiatives that have positively touched the lives of many.
Everything that we are doing in the church, there's no NGO, there's no government person that gives. It is due from the offerings of the church. So every member of OPM you see is part and parcel of this foundation. Every member of OPM you see is touching the life of so many people. There's a widow that the husband was murdered by wickedness, leaving her with children. I think about 4 children or so. Very poor widow. And the husband could not get a house. Now this widow now moved to the parents' place, because the husband didn't build any single house for her. She moved to the parents' place and started staying there, suffering, no house. So what did the foundation do? So they said that pick up this widow, look for me. This widow is not related to me in any way. Look at her plight. We built a 2-bedroom flat for her and give her some money so that she can start up something. It's part of what the foundation is doing.
Almost on a regular basis, indigent women and widows take delivery of food items, cash gifts and sewing machines presented to them by the OPM Foundation. The foundation has in no small measure contributed towards the reduction of youth unemployment in Nigeria by empowering youths with skills that can make them self-reliant in a society where white-collar jobs are limited. Scores of young people have graduated from the OPM Free Computer Training Program, which took off a few years ago at Bundu Waterfront in Port Harcourt. The program, which is non-denominational, has no doubt impacted positively on the lives of the youths who reside at Bundu, a densely populated area usually inhabited by low-income earners.
God is a Christian. Christ-like. A Christian is Christ-like. We are meant to be like Christ, even though we are not exactly like Christ. So we're touching many lives. Like presently now, we have there are so many things we are doing. In LLA prison, they gave us a land, we built a hall and stocked with computer and employed teachers. In Bundu, we have a hall. We rented a hall and we stocked with computer and employed teachers. I built an estate. Origin is just to see I can, raise funds. That, but for a lot of people, this person will come tomorrow and say, "Oh, my landlord chased me out." This. I saw a woman with children outside, so I told them, "Go and stay in that place." In fact, presently, the place is occupied with less privileges, people that don't have home, people that cannot pay house rent.
Ana m ekele apọstụl n'ihe ọma nke o mere n'ihi na enweghị m ebe obibi ebe ya onwe ya mere ka nnọkwa n'ụlọ di m na-enwe ike ịhapụ ezinụlọ di m chọwa ebe ọzọ na-ahapụ ụmụ m gawa ana m atụrụ ya mma nke ukwuu na-asị ka Chineke na-agọzikwa ya mmụọ na mmụọ n'aha Jizọs.
The landlord said that my house rent expired around June. My house rent expired. July, he started demanding for house rent. Around first week of August, he threw my property out with some boys he called without even a police intervention. He just called the police. He just called some of the boys in Rumosi. They just come and throw my things out around the 5 o'clock when the rain was falling. He came in again with the same people and with his brother. Sent his brother to pack my things out because we failed to pay him the house rent. So we asked him to wait until the day break. He refused. So he started throwing our things out. Including the soup I have cooked for the child. Even the child was sleeping. They just woke the child up and thrown everything out around it. I said, okay, wait till daybreak. They refused. So we couldn't know what to do in that midnight, around 9:45. So we were intoxicated and we continued to cry for help. So we tried to call that, around 12 o'clock. My wife just collect the phone from me and called, the number went. So he'll pick it up. So everything, including the child, including my wife, slept outside that night. In the morning, he is the one that called me. In fact, throughout last night, he did not sleep. He did not sleep that night. He was following things up. He didn't sleep at all. In fact, he gave me 1,500 recharge card that night. He didn't sleep throughout that night. So later on, he called me to tell me that I should call one pastor with that number. I called the pastor. He said that there's a vacant place here. I should go in here to park in first because we are outside. There is no place we can put all our things. He said there's a second here we should park in. So I called the pastor. Pastor said that it should be on Saturday. He said no, it should be immediately. Yes. In fact, it's only God to reward him abundantly. Because I have never seen this type of man of God who pick up the responsibility of a member like this.
His children, anything he needs on this earth, God must surely provide for him. That's in 100 folds. Because he's the one who God just bring to save my life. Because I don't know the condition I should have been now with my family.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM worldwide.
I am Apostle Chibuzo Gifchiyere, the General Overseer, OPM worldwide. Are you in debt? Do you work very hard with nothing to show for it? Are you tired of being single? Are you facing marital problems? Are your children under spiritual attack? Do you have a negative doctor's report? Today, Dr. Jason remembered you in a special 3 days PowerPoint program titled One-on-One with the General Overseer of OPM Worldwide.
Date Sunday, 16 September 2012. Time, come before 8 a.m. There will be a one-on-one counseling with the General Overseer. Venue, OPM USA branch at 10901 Brisbane, Quick Bend Drive, Southwest Houston, opposite Igbo Catholic Church, Houston, Texas, 77071. OPM, your story must change.
In addition to its free computer training program, the OPM Foundation has also trained dozens of youths on cinematography. Many of those who undertook the program are today excelling in the profession.
Apart from the spiritual side, look at what he's doing. The service to humanity. Look at the school's acquisition. Look at, he went to Bundu Water side, picked people, taught them how to use computer and all that stuff. Look at the people that are learning how to rear fish. Look at the tailoring institute. Look, I just mentioned it. People learn tailoring, you buy machines and give to them. People learn how to drive, you buy vehicles and give to them for taxi. He has human kindness in him. He does not ask for one kobo to do all this, you understand? Look at the free nursery school. Is he just serving God? Is he just worshiping God? But he goes beyond that. He goes beyond that. He has done it in such a way that a lot of lives have been touched. The downtrodden people, scholarship to people, mention it. What are we looking for? Not just restoration, not just spiritual cleansing, but economical cleansing. And that is what is happening in OPM.
Though intelligent, eloquent, fluent, and articulate in speech, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere had limited education as a result of his hitherto poor financial background. This perhaps explains why he took a firm decision to assist brilliant students whose parents do not have the capacity to sponsor them in school. To this end, the OPM Foundation initiated a university scholarship scheme which is in two categories, the national and local. Whereas the national covers the 36 states of the Federation, the local focuses on students from Undoki extraction in Abia State. The scholarship is strictly on merit, as beneficiaries are expected to pass a thorough academic screening exercise to qualify for the award. On two separate occasions recently held in Port Harcourt and Undoki in Abia State, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere presented checks worth 50,000 naira each to the beneficiaries of the 2011 OPM Scholarship Award.
I'm an orphan. I'm from Enugu State. I lost my dad. Immediately they took him to me. I lost my dad. Then after that, my mom continued with the pregnancy. Then when I was 6, my mom died. I happened to be staying with my grandparents in the village. But all of a sudden, when I was in GS3, the boat also died. So my elder brother brought me to Port Harcourt and located OPM. And since then, I've been looking for admission. I've to get admission.
Where?
In Temple Gate Polytechnic in Abia State. I got admission there. I've not been able to pay my school fees. But this OPM scholarship, I was so lucky that I happened to be successful. I thank God for the whole thing. With this 50,000 naira check now, I'm able to clear all my debts in school. I'm so happy. I say to the man of God and every member of OPM that God will continue to increase them.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide.
I am Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, the General Overseer, OPM Worldwide. Are you in debt? Do you work very hard with nothing to show for it? Are you tired of being single? Are you facing marital problems? Are your children under spiritual attack? Do you have a negative doctor's report? Today, Dr. Jason remembered you in a special 3 days PowerPoint program titled One-on-One with the General Overseer of OPM Worldwide.
Date Sunday, 16 September 2012. Time, come before 8 a.m. There will be a one-on-one counseling with the General Overseer. Venue, OPM USA branch at 10901 Brisbane, Quick Bend Drive, Southwest Houston, opposite Igbo Catholic Church, Houston, Texas, 77071. OPM, your story must change.
Perhaps the most laudable in the milestone of the OPM Foundation is the setting up of the OPM Free Nursery and Primary School situated in Ohanku Ndoki in Ukwa East local government area of Abia State.
Sitting down for our show. We wish you happiness and wish you success. Remember Kosushi and pupils of OPM. Somewhere big, somewhere small, somewhere poor, somewhere rich. Welcome everyone. Sitting there for our show.
The school had done for me by training us how to read and write. And I'm thanking Apostle for his school that he has given to us from 2008 to now. We have known how to read. We have now know how to read and write. First, to sew school uniform for us, build school for us, and bring lights for us, and we are grateful for what he has done for us. I thank God. May the Lord bless him and let him be alive until forever.
The school, which has since relocated to its permanent site, has well over 250 pupils who, in addition to attending school at no cost on their parents, are also being given learning materials and uniforms free of charge. Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere was recently accompanied by his wife and some prominent chiefs of Ndoki to formally commission the permanent site of the OPM Free Nursery and Primary School in Ohanku.
The motive of starting the school was to generate fund. When we started the school, was to generate fund. Then I found out that there's some people, some very, very poor people. In fact, one day I saw a young man. I said, "Come, why are you not in school?" He said, they just drove him from school. And he was wearing the school uniform. They just drove him from school. I said, "What? Why?" He said, "Because of school fees." They drove him because of school fees. So I got angry. I went back to the headmistress. I said, "From now, this school have to be free." So that is how the school started free. But I found that a lot of poor people cannot pay school fees. There's a lot of very, very poor people that don't have the money to pay for that school fees. So I gave them the school fees. Then one day, I normally visit the school once in a while. When I visited the school, I found that some people are wearing uniform, some are wearing torn uniform, some are wearing tattered uniform. I was ashamed. I said, "Why are these people wearing?" They said, "They don't have money to sew uniform." So I employed a teacher, sew school uniform for all of them. And everybody comes, free school uniform. Everybody comes, free school uniform. So they can look neat. These are wearing tattered. Some didn't wear uniform to school. Some of them, it looks, sad. So I found out that some of them use one exercise book to do maths, English, everything, or the whole, because they don't have money to buy books. Some don't even have textbook. They don't know what textbook is. They only the textbook the teacher have. So I said, no. So let's get free books, free pencil, and textbooks for them. So now, we have seen that this can work. Let's try the first free university. We have started applying for the license. If we got once we get the license, we have gotten 2,000 plots. We start that method and let's see gradually we'll go. We have tried free adult education. It's working. Presently now, market women come there. Each tax illiterate, they come there. They free of charge. They don't pay a dime.
The saying that a prophet is not recognized in his hometown does not apply to Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, who was recently decorated by the chiefs and elders of his community in recognition of his laudable contributions to the well-being of his people.
We like what he's doing. If others who have a little thing have followed his steps, maintain scrap him one. That's all. He's a good man.
In line with his firm belief that giving is one sure way of attracting God's blessings, Apostle Chinyere has donated a number of exotic cars, including the latest Hummer Jeeps, to members of the church.
There's a particular lady, she was so poor, she has about 5 children, the husband is not working, she's not working, everything there was standstill. So what do we do? Now, don't let me give her a Hummer Jeep. First ask, what would a poor woman do with a Hummer Jeep? This is a woman that she cannot feed herself. Why can she be able to buy fuel? No, 5 million. and use the money. So I'm telling you, she's an income.
Rose Abraham, a widow, was in church last Sunday like every other member to worship God at the OPM headquarters in Port Harcourt. But little did she know that there was more to her usual Sunday service worship as she got what she never bargained for. To her surprise, the widow took delivery of the latest model QX56 Infiniti Jeep presented to her by the General Overseer of OPM, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, who announced the donation in the middle of last Sunday's church service. The widow, according to Apostle Chinyere, was considered for the donation in view of her selfless service in the vineyard of God.
She's always cleaning this altar. She's a widow. I think she was frying akara in Ropoko or so. I think the daughter said she should not be frying akara again. She's walking and believing God for all the members. But God has way of remembering people. Is it that infinity?
The beneficiary, who practically broke down in tears, was full of gratitude to God for using his servants to impact positively on her life.
I over happy. God will bless him and his family. God will lift him up. Oh, only God. He will reward him.
Apostle Chinyere has in the last 1 year donated over 60 cars to dedicated members of his ministry.
In my family.
Go ahead.
Nobody gets moto.
Amen.
In my life, I never count 100,000. In my life, say it's my.
In her life, she never count 100,000 together. You know what I mean? She never pack money at a sitting and it's up to 100,000. Go ahead.
But today, I be Mama Jeep, Infiniti Jeep.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide.
I am Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, the General Overseer, OPM Worldwide. Are you in debt? Do you work very hard with nothing to show for it? Are you tired of being single? Are you facing marital problems? Are your children under spiritual attack? Do you have a negative doctor's report? Today, Dr. Jason remembered you in a special 3 days power-packed program titled One-on-One with the General Overseer of OPM Worldwide.
Date Sunday, 16 September 2012. Time, come before 8 a.m. There will be a one-on-one counseling with the General Overseer. Venue, OPM USA branch at 10901 Brisbane, Quickbend Drive, Southwest Houston, opposite Igbo Catholic Church, Houston, Texas, 77071. OPM, your story must change.
We've given out average of more than 50 cars. If it's land, we've given out land. There's some pastors have problem, they give them land. God has been very faithful. So each time this seed is sown, God blesses the members more, and the church is blessed more. Today we have come to Rumuji is blessed. Rumuji is blessed. So we're going to commission it right now. Hope the scissors is available.
Give me.
Water is meant to be free. God gave us water free.
Dr. Jesus in action. Jesus in action.
OPM. Today I commission this water. In the name of the Father.
Amen.
In the name of the Son.
Amen.
In the name of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Where your cup?
Praise the Lord. The Lord is good.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. Let the worship back. Let it flow. Let it flow. Yes.
Anyway.
Ndoke Council of Chiefs, Upper East Local Government Area, the state, conferred on you Apostle Chibuzo Chinya, General Overseer OPM, the pillar of hope, materials award, in recognition of your empowerment and upliftment of the less privileged for your sacrificial actions in Indoke land and beyond. Here we present.
Thank you, Father.
Bless you.
Sorority Seminary to African Campus, Educational Arm of Council of Bishop and Pastors worldwide. Doctorate Award. These are friends that Chibuzo G. Chine is hereby conferred with Doctor of Philosophy in Divinity.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide.
I am Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, the General Overseer, OPM Worldwide. Are you in debt? Do you work very hard with nothing to show for it? Are you tired of being single? Are you facing marital problems? Are your children under spiritual attack? Do you have a negative doctor's report? Today, Dr. Chase has remembered you in a special 3 days power-packed program titled One-on-One with the General Overseer of OPM Worldwide.
Date Sunday, 16 September 2012. Time, come before 8 a.m. There will be a one-on-one counseling with the General Overseer. Venue, OPM USA branch at 10901 Brisbane, Quickbend Drive, Southwest Houston, opposite Igbo Catholic Church, Houston, Texas, 77071. OPM, your story must change.
Chibuzo Chinyere is a man that is divinely blessed. A man who, when he was less than a year old, was thrown from a 3-story building and landed and did not die. That will tell you God has imparted something in him. You can look at the crowd we have here. He has touched the lives of a lot of people. He's a young man who did not want to do pastoral work. He wanted to go abroad to wash plates. But somehow God touched him and brought him back.
OPM has made me to be more focused to God and trust God in all my days.
My health has been restored. My financial position has been restored. All my contacts has been restored.
There's no one like you, Jesus. There's no one like you in all the earth.
just come a little bit closer, please?
I know that one. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite. I just want to feel the Holy Ghost. Give me the Holy Ghost.
God has good plans for you. You see, don't condemn yourself because God has not condemned you. Don't condemn yourself for God. I lived in the streets. I did all manner of things. But today, God delivered. There's nothing that God cannot do. You want to sit on the ground? I want this person to that's fine. I took my friend. I want to eat with you. I want to live with you. I want you. Don't feel bad. Don't say, I'm condemned. Who is this? My life is over. Your life is not over. Your life is just starting. Oh yeah? Your life is not starting. But today God did it. I cover you with the blood of Jesus. Oh Lord, have mercy. Forgive them their sins. Whatever sin they've committed, both the one they did knowingly or unknowingly. Oh Lord, have mercy.
You get to drink? You get to drink?
To drink water.
Yeah. Want the box to use? Yeah.
There's no one like you, Jesus. There's no one like you. In all the earth.
This God, let me tell you, I want to pass a message to you. There's nothing that God cannot do. If God can pick me, I slept under the bridge. I slept under the bridge. I was washing plates. I was a cleaner. Wash plate, wash toilet, do this. I was a gate man. I go open gate, pastor, close gate. I sold MTN recharge card, 608 Ikwere Road. Go and investigate. 608 Ikwere Road by Chakricha bus stop. I was selling MTN recharge card. You buy MTN, you do a phone call. Shout hallelujah. If God can pick me, a sinner, I was a drunkard, I was a chain smoker, I drink ogogoro and lie down on the ground, and God picked me up, bath me, and put me here. It doesn't matter your situation. It doesn't matter your situation. It doesn't matter your situation. I never went to university. I didn't go to school. I didn't know how to read and write. If God can carry me, then you You that he created special. Do you know you are special? Do you know there's no two of you? The day you were born, everywhere stood still. Do you know that God washed his hand very well with soap when he was molding you? Do you know that you are wonderfully and beautifully made by God? Do you know that God has interest in your life? You are coming to this earth is not by mistake. He loves you. It is that love God has for you. He sent his only begotten son who left his throne and died for you. Why are you bothering yourself? Why would you want to kill yourself? Why do you want to kill yourself? Tomorrow tomorrow is better than today. Your coming to OPM is not by mistake. He has arranged so that your life will change. So why do you want to kill yourself? So that Satan will jubilate. Don't you know if you die today, Satan will celebrate? Don't you know if you die today, it is hellfire straight? So why not wait, let him package you? He will never disappoint you. My father and my mother disappointed me. Your father and your mother can disappoint you, but God can never disappoint you. Your best friend can disappoint you. Your boss in the office can disappoint you. Even your wife can disappoint you.
There's no one like you, Jesus. There's no one like you in all the earth.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide.
I am Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, the General Overseer, OPM Worldwide. Are you in debt? Do you work very hard with nothing to show for it? Are you tired of being single? Are you facing marital problem? Are your children under spiritual attack? Do you have a negative doctor's report? Today, Dr. Chesa remembered you in a special 3 days power program titled One-on-One with the General Overseer of OPM Worldwide.
Date Sunday 16 September 2012. Time come before 8 a.m. There will be a one-on-one counseling with the General Overseer. Venue OPM USA branch at 10901 Brisbane Quick Bend Drive, Southwest Houston, opposite Igbo Catholic Church, Houston, Texas 77071. OPM, your story must change.
The success story of the OPM's free skills acquisition programs, which took off in 2008, was what perhaps informed the decision of the church to expand the scope of the program in order to accommodate more beneficiaries. To achieve this laudable objective, the OPM Foundation, with the support of its founder, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, established a free skills acquisition center where indigent youths can undergo training in various crafts at no cost. Strategically located at Transamadi in the heart of Port Harcourt, the OPM Skills Acquisition Center offers free training services in critical areas including oil and gas, computer and software development, engineering training, generator repairs, carpentry and furniture, as well as refrigeration and air condition training. The center was formally commissioned by Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere amidst cheers from those present.
I commissioned this free skill acquisition, multi-skill acquisition, in the name of the Father, Amen. In the name of the Son, Amen. In the name of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
This is one of the several OPM's free marine construction sites in Port Harcourt, where youths are being trained on barge building and construction of other marine equipment.
Hello. So I'm very happy to be among the people on this.
OPM has a vision to eradicate poverty from black people. So God is just making resources available. I'm telling you, since this program started, if OPM is getting ₦1 before this program started, the offerings and the tithes has multiplied like 1,000 times. So it means that God is happy with what we are doing.
At another OPM's free marine construction site is Miss Essien, who is excited about learning the craft in boat building.
I would say thank you very much to our daddy, Dr. Chibuzo Chinyere, for what he has done for us, because He has been like a father, a brother, an uncle. More or less of that. She say he has been more than even a father to us.
A similar project of the OPM Foundation is ongoing in Lagos, with prospects of extending the gesture to other parts of the country. Having once been hit by abject poverty, which forced him to drop out of school, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, who has now been richly blessed by God, both spiritually and financially, made a promise to render assistance to less privileged students in the society. The OPM Tertiary Education Scholarship Scheme, which was instituted 5 years ago by the OPM Foundation, was in fulfillment of Apostle Chinyere's desire to support students from poor financial background in tertiary institutions. The scholarship award is strictly on merit, as beneficiaries are thoroughly screened for the award. Successful candidates for the 2012 OPM scholarship screening exercise were presented with 50,000 naira each by Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere.
I'm very, very happy because last time I also won the scholarship, but because my parents are not around, they couldn't give it to me. But today I'm very happy. I just want to say thank you to OPM, thank you to Daddy, and thank you to all the members that contributed.
Thank God first, and I thank Apostle Chibuzo and his wife, Nkechi, and all the members of OPM for having, in one way or the other, contributed in this, my scholarship. I thank God for all he has done.
It's a very big release for me. I'm so happy.
Apostle Chinyere also presented certificates to graduates of the OPM Free Generator Training Program.
Certificates. And this is your tools.
Today, as I am now, I can use my CV to go and look for work in the company for me to have work to do. Because today I can fix the diesel engine, I can rectify the fault of the diesel engine, I can rectify what is happening to petrol engine, and I can work it.
I didn't dream to learn work before because of finance, who to help. But that didn't make it possible for me to learn this work.
In recognition of his immense contributions to the well-being of mankind, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere was presented with the 2012 Man of the Year Award by the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS.
I have the real privilege, having been anointed through the grace of God today, to present to the apostle of God, the indefatigable, the enigmatic, the obedient, the outstanding, the purposeful, the powerful, and the kind, humbly kind Apostle Dr. Chibuzo Chinyere and the entire members of Oleda Power Ministry. This 2012 Outstanding Man Award from the National Association of Nigerian.
The NANS Award is an addition to several national and international awards backed by Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, who says he will stop at nothing to improve the lot of the less privileged members of the society. Although God has over the years used OPM to heal several ailments that have defied medical solutions, the church is not losing sight of the potency of orthodox medicine. This explains why the church has on several occasions organized medical outreach programs where members of the public are allowed to access medical care free of charge. The gesture has now been taken a step further with the setting up of the OPM Free Hospital and Maternity Center, which was officially commissioned by Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere in Ohanko Ndoke in Okwa East local government area of Abia State.
Because there's some people that don't have money to buy drugs, even paracetamol. There are a lot of people that have money to even buy common paracetamol. There are a lot of people, there are some women, they are pregnant, they cannot go to hospital, and common to just go for antenatal. They don't have the money. So that's one of the things that means, okay, instead of these people that are sick, and because of tablets, you become very sick. Let me provide this by the grace of God. And the pregnant women can go for antenatal free. They can go and deliver safely, free, and everything free.
Patients at the OPM hospital are not only to benefit from free medical consultation services to be provided by a team of experienced medical personnel, they are also expected to take delivery of drugs at no cost.
I feel excited. It's the work of God. A lot of people, smiles have been put in. A lot of people can go there and get free treatment at no charge. Everything is free. Free drugs, free everything.
Apostle Chinyere and his entourage took time out to inspect facilities at the hospital, which has since commenced operations. Some of the patients expressed delight over what they described as an unprecedented development. The commissioning of the OPM Free Hospital and Maternity is in continuation of the humanitarian services of the church. Relentless in his quest to make the world a better place, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere has continued to come up with initiatives geared towards uplifting the living conditions of the less privileged members of the society. This time, the man of God, through the OPM Foundation, is partnering a Port Harcourt-based microfinance bank to offer soft loans to young business entrepreneurs who do not have the requisite funds to run their businesses. The OPM microcredit scheme, which is interest-free, is expected to be implemented in phases. Apostle Chinyere gave reasons for this initiative.
Well, when I was in Lagos, then I was working as a cleaner at the airport. So I wanted to start selling food to augment my salary, because my salary was about 5,000 naira. So I needed to augment my salary to be selling food, because one thing at the airport, not now that they have changed everything, that time, you know, food selling is a big thing at the airport. To sell food is a big, you make so much money. So I started going to where to borrow money. I went to the bank first, and they say I have to bring collateral. And they begin to say about this percentage. I couldn't do it because I don't have any collateral. So I started thinking, there are also people in my shoe right now. All they needed is just 100,000. Just 100,000, and their life will change. Only 100,000. Then all I needed was 20,000 that time. But there are people that all they needed is just 100,000 for their life to be transformed. And so all this I looked at. Not that this is the first time we are giving out money. We've been giving out lots of money. We've given out a Hummer Jeep which the woman sold for 5.5 million, and she's now an international businesswoman. We've given out lots and lots of money. Lots. And there are people that we have started business for, both pharmaceutical shop, both restaurants. But now it's okay, let's do this thing. If we calculate the money we've given out, both people will give money to start taxing. And like this year alone, we have given up to 4 cars. Only this year. I'm talking about last year. And they are running taxi and making a living. So now, instead of all this, let's make it into one package so that it can go around everybody. It can be recycled and touch as more people as possible. Like there's a lady which you will see that.
In a bid to making the interest-free loan scheme more effective and sustainable, OPM has invested millions of naira in the project with no intention of sharing profits with the beneficiaries.
Islamic bank that is going on. The Islamic bank, when they give you the loan, they say it's interest, but they share the profit. But OPM is not sharing any profit with you. The profit is yours. You collect the money, just return when you finish it, you return the money back. And
describing the initiative as unprecedented, some of the beneficiaries of the scheme expressed gratitude to God for using OPM to touch their lives.
I have a shortage of finance, so I was worrying about it. So when they now bring this type of team along. I said, let me just join them. So when I joined them, the first interview was very simple now. So that's why we are here.
It's a good opportunity because it's not been easy to find a place where someone can give you a loan without an interest attachment.
The glory of God, I'm really happy. I don't know how to thank Him. I say, may God Almighty reward Him double.
The signing of a memorandum of understanding between OPM and Neighborhood Microfinance Bank signals the commencement of the first phase of the scheme, which is expected to benefit over 200 youths of the church.
For millions of his admirers around the world, the sky is just the takeoff point for this great man of God, an icon, a spiritual father, a bridge builder, a fine gentleman and philanthropist who is making a great impact on his generation.
That's so Jesus Christ is sweet.
That's so he be.
That's so OPM the sweet.
That's so he be.
I follow the run go hospital. I follow the run they go OPM.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide.
I am Apostle Chibuzo Gifchinyere, the General Overseer, OPM Worldwide. Are you in debt? Do you work very hard with nothing to show for it? Are you tired of being single? Are you facing marital problems? Are your children under spiritual attack? Do you have a negative doctor's report? Today, Dr. Jason remembered you in a special 3 days power-packed program titled One-on-One with the General Overseer of OPM Worldwide.
Date Sunday 16 September 2012. Time come before 8 a.m. There will be a one-on-one counseling with the General Overseer. Venue OPM USA branch at 10901 Brisbane Quick Bend Drive, Southwest Houston, opposite Igbo Catholic Church, Houston, Texas 77071. OPM, your story.